Welcome to my first crochet with me. I am Roshi from Stitch Happens, and this is my very first time. I don't know what I'm doing, and the idea is that I just like to crochet, and I would like to share that with you guys. So I have about an hour before I'm due to go to work, so I'm gonna stitch for about an hour, and then I'll get to step in and do that work thing. So basically what I'm working on right now, I'm using a size H furls crochet hook in the colorway Andromeda. It is a streamlined swirl, I believe. I really like this hook actually. It's got like really nice glide. It's really easy to use. I usually use my Virgo because I have the same size in Virgo, which is just like a green. But today I decided to use Andromeda. I'm feeling a little more whimsical. So I'm just working on the border of this blanket. This round is just a half double crochet round all the way around, and then we're going to have some popcorns in the next round. So that should give it a really nice texture. Let me see if I can show you what it kind of looks like so far. Obviously it's big, it's a blanket, but it's just like all these motifs. This is called the Fabulous Fall Throw, and I will link the description down below. And not link the description, link the pattern down below. It is a free pattern from the Crochet Crowd, which I really like their patterns. They're really awesome, and there's a tutorial video that makes it really easy to follow if you can't read patterns. And the Crochet Crowd is just absolutely excellent and has taught me many techniques, so I'm really excited to share that with you. It's pretty early in the morning. Girl gotta have her coffee. Okay, so I'm just gonna get right into it. What do people normally talk about during these? I've watched a lot of crochet with me videos, and I realized that, like, I love watching them. Why wouldn't I love doing them? So if someone else has the name Stitch Happens, please tell me and I will change it. It feels like a really clever name, in that I can't possibly be the only one who thought of it. So by all means, let me know. But until then, I'm just gonna keep that name and go from there. So, what do you talk about during these things? I had so many ideas in my head before I started, and now I'm just like drawing a blank. Oh, I can talk about this project. This project is for charity. I've been commissioned, not commissioned. I have been, let's see if I can zoom this in for you guys. Much better. All right. So this is for charity. There is a local nonprofit in the area that I am, what's the word? I'm not commissioned because I'm not getting paid, and I'm not hired because I'm not getting paid, but they specifically asked me to make blankets. And so that's what I'm doing. They give me yarn, so I don't have to buy my own yarn. And then I make the blanket, and they take it and they give it to people. They take it to cancer centers in the state I'm in. And then once I give them a blanket, they give me more yarn, and I make another blanket, and so on and so forth. So this is actually my first one I'm coming close to completing. I have another one going that's a little harder. I'm learning Tunisian crochet, so that's a little bit difficult. If you want to see my journey while I learn how to do that, please do not hesitate to ask in the comments. But otherwise, I'm just making whatever I can. And my point of doing this is, I see a lot of like chevron blankets and a lot of like single crochet rows with beautiful colors, and I love that. I think they're beautiful, but I kind of want to test my skills, and like create heirloom projects, and it's not that the simpler projects, like the more single crochets and double crochets and all that, can't be heirlooms, but I wanted to make something just a little bit different that maybe isn't common or maybe is a little bit different. So I've been picking out very weird projects. Like this seems like a weird project to me. Very weird colors, really, to put together. And I just hope, and it takes longer. So I'm not able to pump out, you know, like a bunch of blankets in a month. But I hope that the group I'm volunteering for, I hope they like it, and I hope they appreciate, you know, what I'm trying to accomplish for this. And I hope it's a hit. I hope whoever gets it, because I won't ever meet the people who get it, especially because of COVID. Like, we don't hand give them to people anymore. The leader of the nonprofit brings them to the cancer centers and like kind of gives them to the front desk, and the front desk decides who gets them. And I'm thinking of putting a note in mine, you know, just like wrapped up, like, here, I hope this brings you comfort, blah 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 blah, keeps you warm. But I won't ever know who gets it and whether they appreciate it. And I find that very interesting, because, you know, half the fun of giving away a blanket or something of that nature is that look you get when someone sees, wow, you handmade this? What do you mean? So not getting that is going to be very interesting, but I hope that, like, I've reinforced all the ends that I've weaved in, and I hope that it stands the test of time. Right now I'm just seeing what the corners are like, because I can't remember. And it looks like it's 1/2 double crochet, chain 1/2 double crochet. So that's what I'm gonna do, and we'll just hope for the best. And as you can see, I'm not the fastest crocheter. I don't try to be pretty mindful about my art. I do a bunch of different kinds of crafting. I crochet the most, but I also have been getting into punch needle embroidery and what else? Cross stitching, paint by numbers, you know, just like anything to keep me mindful and present. And I really like that aspect of crafting. If you don't know what mindfulness is, I really don't know how to explain it, I guess. I just kind of innately know what it is now, but it's like purposefulness. It's doing things with purpose and to be very present in there. And it's something, you know, I work on in therapy a lot, and it's something that's like really heavily a part of my life now, mindfulness. Like everything I do, I try to be mindful about it. You know, like when I cook, I am very deliberate with what I'm doing. Oh, that's not even in shot. When I'm cooking, I'm very deliberate with what I'm doing. And maybe not when I clean. When I clean, I'm just trying to get over it and get it done with. But you know, most things I do, I try to do mindfully. What time is it? Oh gosh, I have so much time. So I'm probably gonna make this first video pretty short. I'm just gonna go to the end of this round, just to see, you know, what it's like, what the editing process is like. I don't want my first video that I'm editing to be, you know, 2 hours long, and I have to like go through 2 hours of me talking before I even know if this is, you know, viable or something good. If you like this sort of thing, please feel free to give me any pointers. Like, I don't like the camera angle. That's cool. I can adjust that. in future videos. If you have anything like you want to hear me talk about or explain more or anything like that, just let me know in the comments. I will be happy to oblige. Sometimes people ask questions to other artists, and so if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer. Anything like that. It can be personal, whatever, you know, I'm not trying to, why? I'm not trying to hide anything. So I'll be pretty open with you. There are certain questions I won't answer, but they're pretty much what you'd expect. So I'm an open book for you guys. Basically, I just want a community of people who like do the same things I do and like the same things I do, and we can all talk and be friends and it'll be great. So looks kind of cool, right? I thought these two colors, like, so the pattern calls for color balance when it comes to the border, and I thought, because of how I arranged the colors, that the brown with the blue and then the brown again was gonna look really bad, but actually I really like it. And I thought the orange next to the brown was gonna look very like Cleveland colors, and it doesn't seem to me. Maybe I'm just used to seeing it, but you know, I've been looking at this for a very long time. I started this project in October. Now, it didn't take me that long to do it. Starting in October, I also started making presents for everyone for Christmas because I had a lot of yarn, and at the time I didn't have a job. I have since gotten a job, but at the time I didn't have a job, but I didn't want to like not give out gifts. So I used the yarn I had in a lot of cases and made all kinds of things. I made, you know, like, I made amigurumi, I made a pencil case, I made face scrubbies, I made pocket shawls. Like, I made at least 2 to 3 things for each person in my family and my partner's family and my friends. So it took a lot of my time, and while I still tried to work on this at least once a week, it was basically like one square once a week. And the squares only took me about 3 hours a piece, right? So, you know, obviously that wasn't a whole lot of time that I put into it, but holidays are over, and I finished up my gift that that was gonna be late. I made a blanket for my sister, and because she asked me months ago if she could pay me for a blanket I made. It was the first like full-on small hook, not a size 10 hook. It was a size J, I think. Blanket, like full size cover the bed blanket, and she's like, can I pay you for it? And I was like, this is my first time making a blanket. I'm not ready to get rid of it yet. So instead I made her own special one, and I hope she really likes it. It came out better than I thought. It was another Crochet Crowd pattern. It was actually a crochet along. So it was what was it? The 7-day sampler. So I completed it in 3 weeks, but they gave a new square to do every day for 7 days. And so I made 4 squares of each, no, 3 squares of each, and then put them all together and then did the border. And it's a beautiful blanket. If you'd like to see it, I would be happy to show you guys. Absolutely. So, you know, I feel like I've been crocheting forever here, but it's really only been like a couple minutes. I don't understand. Oh, and my camera's about to die, so that's cool. I love when that happens. So this is great. I'm almost to the end of this row and around, and I think I'm going to stop it once I get there. And then I'll have, I think, 2 or 3 more rounds to go in order to finish this blanket. And then I'll just have to weave in the ends of the border. I weaved in all the other ends. Like I said, I reinforced it so that it could stand the test of time. It should be able to be washed. It should be able to be thrown around and used and not come apart on the recipient. So one can only hope, right? One can only hope that I did a good job. I'm not the best at weaving in. That is like my kryptonite. So I don't know. I keep dropping my yarn. I swear this only happens when I film. Oh, I thought I'd... I still have another side to do. Oh my gosh. I thought I was done, but apparently not. I'm not done with this color. Do I have enough brown? I should have enough brown. This is gonna be great. So I'm gonna get to the end of this row then. I call each side a row because it is literally hundreds of stitches across. And so I'm gonna get to the end of this row and stop this because I actually realized I did not get ready for work, and I meant to do all my getting ready stuff before doing this, and I didn't. I just jumped right into stitching because I really wanted to stitch this morning. I really wanted to crochet this morning, and this is how I choose to spend my life. Okay, I hope the sound doesn't suck. I literally have been talking for like 25 minutes and I have no idea how the sound quality is. I don't have a microphone yet. I just have this camera that I'm gonna work with and do the best with. And then of course you can always put this on mute. I won't be talking every time, I don't think. I think some of the time I'm going to just put music on and let you guys watch or speed it up. Like whatever you want to see. Let me know what kind of videos you'd like to see. Because I can just sit here and crochet and not say anything and go on and on with music playing and whatever. So I don't necessarily have to be talking. But this is going to be Crochet With Me 1. I'm going to call it number 1, Fabulous Fall Throw. And then I'm going to link to the pattern below so you can make your own version. And then that's that for now. So that's what I've got for now. And that's me done. So if you want whatever you want, let me know. And until next time, thanks for hanging out with me.